meeting with the mother of 2 abuse survivors. She prefers to stay anonymous because her family still resides near Johnstown. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling sad.
I don't know if people realize that abuse traumatizes the whole family.
I found Laurel Pediatrics through a recommendation in the community. It was in October of 2016, and my 2 kids who were close in age needed to see a doctor for upper respiratory problems. My daughter was 12 and my son was 13 at the time. Our main doctor, who I intended to see, was unavailable for that appointment. So Bartow was the next available main doctor. So first up was my son, and Bartow starts doing the usual ears, nose, throat. So he lays my son down, and that's when he does the genital exam. I asked, "Why are you doing that?" And he said, "I have to do a physical examination." And I said, "Okay," and I let it go. And my daughter hopped up on the table, and then my daughter laid down, and he also did a genital exam on her. Him doing a full examination when I brought them in for an upper respiratory infection raised alarms, and I protested again, but Bartow got really upset this time, and he implied that I didn't know what I was talking about and he was the doctor. And so that made me feel inferior because I am a stay-at-home mom. In that moment, he did bully me, and it was at the expense of my children.
It's nice to meet you. I know this is a really brave and courageous thing you're doing today.
Thank you.
It's really important to acknowledge that it's not just your kids who went through a traumatic event, but you as a parent, because that's one of the worst fears a parent can go through. That makes sense?
It does. But when you use the word trauma, I kind of object to that because I feel like my level of trauma isn't the same as my kids' trauma.
What you went through is a severe trauma. There's no greater stress for a parent than to have their children hurt and to feel helpless in the situation and unable to do something about it. So you go through that experience, and what are all the stories you've told about yourself ever since?
I should have stopped it. I should have gone to the police. I should have taken my daughter off of his lap and marched out of the room. That I'm not worthy of being their parent.
I just want you to notice as you're saying some of these things, like, you did not hurt your kids, he hurt your kids. And it's an absolute extreme injustice that this man, after what he did, is still defining your role as a mother.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
So what is the one last strategy you can commit to in the relationship to yourself moving forward?
Just try to reprogram the thoughts in my head for more positive thoughts.
Yeah, and being more gentle and seeing yourself more and having a little more self-compassion.
Visit Darkness to Light at d2l.org to learn what you can do to help keep children safe. If you or a loved one have been affected by sexual violence, you are not alone. The National Sexual Assault Hotline offers free, confidential support at 800-656-HOPE.